Welcome back to another episode of This is the main character, and we're playing GenShin Impact. And also, something interesting that I noticed in here. Not her researching anything, but the outfit of this character here has interesting glowing, patches, let's call them that. And I think it is kind of correlated to the element that you have. So this one is the wind element, the animal. So therefore it's like teal, blue, green-ish, the way wind looks, if you can see wind. Anyway, and I expect this to change into like a purple or deep blue or red, or what kind of other elements are there? Or maybe... yeah, what's frost? Maybe white-ish? I think this was everything. But yeah, I actually want to have a dark element. That would be sweet. Anyway, let's talk to her and tell her that we actually have defeated the Colossal. Or whatever, the Ruin God. That's, this was its real name. There must be a better point of entry. There has to be. Oh, sorry, hello there. Yeah, what happened? Simple, we're discussing and so ever, whatever. Are you running into some difficulties? Sure. That was that. So, we defeated the Ruin God. But for some reason, they don't care. Don't get any closer to the temple. It's much too dangerous. No shit. What's happened? Quality, something. What are you talking about? Not talking about anything shady here. Huh. That's weird. Maybe I should ask him about his shadiness. So yeah. You seem like a shady. Like, that's the thing. You seem like a shady character. This doesn't seem to be a real response to the conversation. It's more like an additional choice you can have here. That's anything. Maybe they should reformat, I think that's the right word there, the dialogue options when you actually talk to those characters. So you don't have to click through previous dialogue to get to the choice moment here. Okay, let's say, well, when one day you're traveling along and you suddenly come face to face with your destiny out of nowhere. Maybe it'll bring out the shady character in you too. Adventuring is a romantic pursuit. When I do things like refusing to join the Adventurers Guild because of their boring clothes and stuff like that, it's all because I'm a romantic at heart. It looks like it'll take both you and her some time to fully understand this feeling I feel. It's like an epiphany, but clouded somehow. This is why we, this is why we were talking about him as a shady person. Anyway, let's... what happened? He seems like a shady character. It's not really shady, it's more like in love, right? Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Sure, he is not with the Adventurers Guild, but he's an adventurer all the same. He has much more adventuring experience than me, and as a result, he can discern the risk far better than I in many scenarios. I just think it's a bit difficult communicating with him. Sometimes I barely understand what's coming out of his mouth. Maybe I'm just being too rigid and inflexible. Well, yeah, they're actually opposite, opposite characters, right? Opposite personalities. Like we all know the big five, well, all, not all, but there is a big five personality system that kind of has different, sliders or different attributes, traits, and they are on a spectrum, right, from like completely non-existent to extremely well expressed. And the more you have, the different your character becomes, or your personality becomes. And sometimes we have two extreme opposites here. Someone who has a very rigid and conservative way of thinking, and someone who's just absolutely not thinking at all, like chaotic almost, going forward. This was again, not really a big 5 assessment here, but it's more like, yeah, well, how expressive maybe you are, right? And where you see yourself acting, right? Like, let's say someone is extroverted, right? That means they are about to act on the outer world, right? This is where they see themselves acting. If someone is introverted, then their action is more focused in their own mind, right? Like, this is just where the action is supposed to take place, right? And the idea of conservation, right? Or not, like being very, very, how much change, creativity, something like that. It's also another one. But it's not creativity, it's like, it has another name. Anyway, but yeah, let's say it has something to do with chaos, right? So chaos means high movement, no one knows what's about to happen. So either you have chaos in mind or chaos in the outer world, so you can combine this, or you have a very rigid way of thinking in your mind or in the outer world. So depending on these two factors alone, or attributes, whatever, you can already have like a 2x2 personality grid, meaning 8 possible. No, 2x2 makes it 4. 4 possible character. Yeah, personality. And with 5 of those thingies, and both of them having a, let's not call it negative, but an unexpressed or very expressive way, right? Or inhibited and expressed, or something like that. Inhibited kind of seems like it should come out, right? But it's just, it's like different colors. They're not, it's not that a color can, yeah, it's missing something else. It's more like this color is that, and that's it. And other colors as well, and whatever. Anyway. Because otherwise you would start thinking, okay, so if I have this character trait, then how could I change it in order to be more like this, and more like that, and more like that? But instead, one should rather think about, okay, I got this character trait. What makes it special, right? And this is how you can develop a character. It's kind of like finding the right gear for a character in League of Legends, almost. What scales the best, right? And sometimes you can have a very funny scaling, and sometimes you can have no scaling at all. Let's say a hidden scaling, something no one actually thought about, like Pantheon AP or something. It's not supposed to work, but you could make it work, and it's very interesting when it works. But it's not the way you would usually play this character. Anyway. How do I... There we go. Got this... Hey, wait a minute. Oh, look at that. There's a common chest. We got a pike. Nice. But I just want the main character to be able to use different weapons. That would be sweet. So, like, the main character being a very fluid creation, and the other characters in this game are archetypes, almost. Like, you have this archetype and that archetype and whatever and whatnot. Meaning they embody a certain character trait, they behave differently, have different attributes and whatever. Yeah, like, for example... Oh no, don't run away, please don't run away, just... There we go. I think I did it, yeah. The fact that there's a little bit of fire afterwards makes it possible for me to get the meat. Is she actually immune to fire? No. Bollock. Yeah, I have to check that. Wait a minute. There we go. Yes, she... actually, no. She's not immune to fire. Was like, yes, now I know, but no, she's not immune to fire. Or at least I don't want a complete immunity to fire. I would rather have something like a resistance to burning ground. That would be good enough. Or at least a resistance to burning ground for like 1 or 2 damage, something like that. So it's like if the whole floor is burning, then it's not gonna save you, right? But a little bit of fire, the occasional fiery pit or whatever, will not be that dangerous to you. That would be sweet. So... Alright. I really want to talk to this thing. It looks different. Are you a shaman or something? Ooh! Okay. Ah, it's a god. Wooden shield Mitachurl. What is a Mitachurl? What's so different from him to the others? Wards of attacks using a large wooden shield, which is comprised of dendro. I think the idea of a wooden shield already is enough, right? Maybe there's a way to set it on fire. Maybe. Or maybe not. Whoa. Not only does he have a shield... Dadorpa. What is Dadorpa? Yeah, now it's on fire. So, let's just swirl the thing. Perfect. Now the shield is gone, and I can set it ablaze even further. I really want to know how you can trigger this little rabbit here. Oh, it's a decoy. Ah, now I understand this thing. It's a decoy. This is not how I wanted to fight this thing. Come on. The swirl effect was not really working. But I do need a little bit more, come on, energy. He just made another shield. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what happens. So, does this little rabbit actually act as a... Yes, it does act as some kind of a decoy. Ooh. We got it. But sadly, there are no items left behind. Too bad. Hey, another one. I should definitely aim a little bit better. That was absolutely not correct. Wait a minute. No. I need 1, and I need to do this. Nothing happens. Okay. Alrighty. Another cooking station. Sweet, sweet, sweet. But what if you want to cook when there is no cooking spot? When there's no fire. Oh, wait. Ah! But there's nothing. Yeah, when there is no location for it, right? Can you make your own fire? That will be sweet. Wait a minute. The marker's over here. I just thought, okay, maybe I kind of missed this thing. Kinda auto. Hey, it's frosted. Did it just duplicate? No. It is actually 2 different kind of creatures right now. 3, 2, 1. Hey, we got it vaporized. Oh, no. Don't want to burn to death here. It's not cool. Come on. Ugh. I need to do something about the cooldowns. Okay, something about elemental resistances here. Yeah, what about reactions? Elemental reaction, vaporize. Yeah, I know this one. When pyro meets hydro, vaporize occurs. The effect of pyro and hydro will dissipate when vaporize occurs. Ah! Uh-huh. Okay. So if something is burning, right, and you put water on it, it vaporizes, increasing the damage of the last attack. But the burning effect is also gone. It's just poof, and as well. Away. Same goes for wetness. You can heat or dry someone with it. And this looks like a spot for soul. Just have to figure out where it is. Interesting. Let's aim for the head. Bada move. Let's aim for the head maybe again. Skadoosh. And another one. No, this is not how it works. Nice. One more and I'm good. Look at this. He has a crossbow. Oh, look at the health. That's amazing. Because of the healing ability of her. That's pretty sweet. There. And no. Eee. Burning is not cool. I'm always waiting for items to drop, but there's nothing. Come on. Absolutely nothing. Whoa. Whew. Good God. Yeah. There is a squirrel. Can't see it because of the grass. Oh yeah. It's gone now. Too bad. Alrighty. Skadoosh. Oh, what happens if I use this ability on the berries? Will they disappear as well? Okay. The berries will just fall to the ground. That's it. At least they will not disappear completely. That's sweet. I think if you decrease the level of fidelity of this game, that you will have a much better time distinguishing items. Like, look at this. Everything is full of grass. It's amazing. It also makes things really difficult to find out. Like, there could be some item hiding somewhere. This is also, I think, why there are... where there's this blinking attribute put on these items. So every time you see these items, they are blinking, telling you, okay, you can pick things up, but you don't know what it is. If you... there we go. Something like that, for example. What if you just set everything in here on fire? That would be cool. I could try that. Let's see. Let's fire up, these... Where am I hitting? Okay, I can burn the grass, but I cannot burn the brushes. Interesting. Look at this. Like, this character can actually get rid of those brushes. Oh, blue-horned lizard. Wait. Why was there all of a sudden a lizard? Are they hiding in there? No. Ooh. Okay. That's neat. This is how you can farm for additional items. Just destroy everything. Make it a barren wasteland. That's a really good idea. Now, what happens if you just burn down a tree? You can hit the tree, yes, but you cannot set it ablaze. Except if you do this. Look at this. Look at the way the ground just increased. It grew a lot. But it's a bit iffy, because the burning ground is all around you, setting yourself ablaze as well. That's not good. It should rather set ablaze things in front of you, where the wind is happening. But instead, let's gonna set yourself on fire. That's absolutely not cool. Because that means I need to find a different way of healing myself. That's not cool. Ooh, got another lizard. So then, let's aim for the head. Skadoosh. Let's aim for the ass. Skadoosh. Oh no. Ass is not a weak point. Oh. This is also not what you want to do here. Bam! So the only thing you do is like you switch from one character to the next to trigger an interaction of the elemental effects. This is the only thing you do, like character 1, character 2, character 3, character 4, and then you cycle back to 1. Actually, yeah. That's a really efficient way of playing. And if you can kind of skip the cooldown of it, because you just play with a different kind of character, then it would be really sweet. Alright. Let's see what we have in this camp. Let's get a decoy first. And then we set everything on fire. Then we do this. I think we destroyed something by accident. Oh my god, you shot Mother in the face! I don't know, it was an accident. Ooh, look at the damage, it's pretty decent. Even if they are like level 10. Now I'm just level 5 or something. Alright, more experience and some other nice items. Nice. Okay. Let's interact with the carving marks after I look through stuff in the vicinity. Look at that. There's a... I think this is the wisp. It's not a wisp, it's the wisp that... or Seelie, actually. But I call them wisps because it's a wisp. Probably the one that's going for the ruins right there. Almost about to die here. That's absolutely not cool. Okay. Seal ourselves. Look at that. A sharp and pointy at one end, and it is a balanced weapon that is quite popular amongst travelers. Well, not travelers in general, more like... And it has no story to it. Perfect. Yeah. And I cannot use it myself. That's sweet. There's nothing here, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. But let's use 5 of them on the character. And he's also happy. That's weird. There's a happiness value. So, carving marks. What do they do? Seeds of stories brought by the wind and cultivated by time. Wait a minute. Seeds of stories brought by the wind and cultivated by time. Something about the wind. Oh. No. This is not what I wanted to do here. I wanted to get this mask here. Okay. Something about the wind. Seeds of wind. The dandelion, I think. But look at this. It's either pointing outwards, this way, or inwards, this way. Like, right here. But how do you present a dandelion seed? How do you present a dandelion seed? I need a dandelion seed, which is maybe wait. This is weapons, this is gear, this is character stuff, this is something to eat, this is material, so this is where it should be. Okay, I cannot drop it. I can only bin it, but I don't want to throw it away. That would be a bit too much of a waste here. But let's go and get this Seelie thingy. Oh no. It's going from one pillar to the next. Whee! Okay, you should definitely use the jump. It's a much faster, while still exhausting way of going forward. And speed is anything. Whee! Da 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 da. Whoop. Alright. You kind of jump forward and then you seem to hit a wall of some kind. Alrighty, time for a... Okay, how do I get this? By jumping, of course. But I think I will not be able to jump that far, so let's test that. Woo! Easy. Now the big question becomes, how do you get back? Okay, if you go into walking mode, wait, let's test this with running. I was turning backwards, of course, and then I also switch into walking mode. What happens if I just... Okay, you have to go into walking mode and then the character will climb down. You have to do that, right? Control is the key, at least for PC, that you have to press down. Alrighty. Oh wait, there's a butterfly. Nice. That was pretty decent. And before we move on, we end this episode for now. Like and subscribe, by the way. And ta-ta!